Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today we are talking about mental health. But before I get into the video, I do want to say we are 25 subscribers away from 100. We're currently on 75. So if you guys could please help me get to the 100 subscribers so we can all grow as a community and as a channel, I'll be very thankful for that. I mentioned in my last video, we have a donation link in the description below. You might be thinking, what the hell is it for? Well, if you don't know already, I made a video on it. And it's basically a disability software for people, with disabilities to access their homes easier. It's a software I'm creating with a few friends. It's a long-term project, and we're raising some money for it. So if you guys would like to donate to that, we'll be very thankful for any donations that come across. But without further ado, mental health. So I was thinking about this video for about 2 hours now, and I didn't know how to get the message across and how to do the video because it's such a touchy subject, and people, can get anxious or can get nervous, and they sometimes shy away from the topic. And it's good that it's a video because no one has to talk face to face, and people are more in their comfort zones and they don't get nervous when talking about it. I have a few friends. I've had a few friends, and myself, of course, that have been through some hard times with mental health. But the path it takes to get over that and the way you look at things and your perspective changes over an amount of time is what I want to try and get across to you guys today in this video. So, mental health can be anything. Mental health is it's everything, right? It can be good things, it can be bad things, and what I'm trying to do with this video is to make sure that your mental health is on a positive side as opposed to a negative side. Mental health can go as far as things such as suicidal thoughts or all sorts of self-harm and whatnot. So if you are doing any of that, please be sure to speak to someone, myself included. If you want to message me at any time, feel free. I'll always be here to listen to you guys. If you guys, whatever you guys feel, whether you feel down, stressed, whatever's going on, DM me, text me, my Instagram, Samuel J. Collins, DM me, email me, whatever, right? I will always respond to you guys, no matter what. So, if that is the case, feel free to contact me. And if you have serious issues, also be sure to contact local family members or whoever. And that includes, suicidal thoughts or self-harming. But day-to-day mental health is, just as important. How do we deal with things day to day? Because everyone has stress. That's a given. It could be debt, it could be people. No matter what it is, people would always have stress. You guys included, me included. Doesn't matter what level of stress it is. One thing to me that could be small could be a big thing to someone else. It doesn't really matter. It depends the situation you're in and the way you're feeling that current time. But I always love to, as a personal method, visualize my stress. I have many sort of techniques I've learned over the past couple of years that helps me deal with my stress and, whether that's anger or just stress in general and mental health. And one of the most basic things I love to do is listening. And that could be listening of any forms. Sometimes I love to listen to, it could be a podcast, could be a book, or an audiobook, of course, whatever that is. And that sometimes, relieves my stress. But that's only a short-term solution. What can keep us mentally happy and sustainable day to day, long term? I figured that it's all about the people you have around you as well. There's a saying, who you hang out with is who you are, or who your friends are is who you are. And that's the same sort of thing in terms of your health. If you hang around with people who are always sad and people are always stressed and people are always just a negative vibe to you, essentially, then that will also bring your vibe down. That's going to make you feel, it's going to make you feel down. And when you hang out with happy people, right, you feel happy yourself. It's like Christmas Day when you wake up and you go, okay, everyone's excited, everyone's in a good mood, I suppose you could say. And that could be the same with any religious holiday, or just holidays in general. That's the most basic example ever. When people wake up and they have that smile on their face, right? Because they have a smile on their face, you also have a smile, right? It's essentially creating an energy in a room which allows everyone else to feel the same way. If you've ever heard the expression "read the room," right? if you're reading a room, say, of people who are very depressed, you can tell, or people who are feeling sad or people who are feeling stressed, you can notice that. Or but you can also notice a room of people who are happy and people having a good time. And the reason I mention this, even though it's so basic, is because to be able to read a room can let you, give you a hint to how you're going to be feeling 10, 20 minutes into this conversation with these people. I speak to a fair few people who are feeling down, and you have to learn, myself included, to protect your energy. I made a video on this. If you haven't seen it already, go refer back to it. But I made a video called "Protect Your Energy," and I also made one called "Be Your Own Source of Happiness." And these two videos are really important in merged into this, because to be your own source of happiness is a huge part to mental health, right? You rely on yourself and yourself only, to make yourself happy, to thrive every day, to be the mental sustainability you want to, right? And the other video I made, which was "Protect Your Energy," it's just important. You will always, speak to some people who are feeling down or stressed or angry, whatever that is. But by allowing yourself to feed into that and take on their energy, then that's essentially putting you in the same mood as them. Whereas if you can keep your energy right, you can speak to someone who's stressed, help them get over it, or just in general have a conversation with them so they can, vent. You can then go back after that conversation and not feel down and still feel the way you're feeling before you start the conversation. But that's only with people who you talk to day to day. What about yourself? There's a saying called "Stay in your head, you're dead," right? I'm not sure who made it up actually, or who quoted it, but it's true. If you stay in your head and you think too long, you are not literally dead, but you are mentally trapped essentially. Overthinking is a very, very, very common cause of stress and, well, yeah, mostly stress, and suicidal thoughts and self-harm. And so by feeding in to your own mind, I mean, your own worst enemy mentally is yourself, right? You can send yourself through so many different states, but you can also make yourself happy if you know how to, and if you create the correct circumstances and scenarios to make you happy. It's all good. It's time and patience. Patience is a huge patience is a huge part of it, because by being patient and manifestation is a huge part of all of it. By manifesting your mood, right? If I say to myself, okay, I want to be happy, naturally I am saying I'm going to be happy, right? So that's going to come back to me one way or another. I'm going to feel that happiness that I've been manifesting for. Whereas if I felt sad, I'm going to manifest being sad without knowing. Manifestation is happening 24/7, 60 seconds a minute. 60 seconds a minute. It's happening 24/7, right? It's always happening. It doesn't stop. And so when you manifest something good, you will receive something good, and that's with everything, right? Whereas if you manifest bad energy, you're going to get bad energy, which is essentially as simple as you want to be happy, you be happy. You want to be sad, you be sad. But I know it's very, very hard to just say it as it is, right? That is very, very hard. Which is why it brings on to my second quote, which is, I actually don't know, I think this is in the Bible actually. It's also in a lot of other religious books, as far as I'm aware, which is, deal with today's stress, there is enough stress for tomorrow. So basically saying, don't worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow will bring its own troubles, its own worries. For now, deal with today's and, cope with today and live it to the best, right? And the reason this is so important is because if we dwell on our long-term issues, whether that's, struggle in relationships, long-term debt, whatever that is, if you're dwelling on that day to day, then that's not going to help you. Whereas if you look at the debt and you go, all right, I'm going to make this right, and you do, you're manifesting to make that right. Instead, what you could have been doing was, saying, oh, how am I going to get out of this? How am I going to get out of this? By doing that, you're manifesting the bad energy of, being stuck in your head and you're dead, right? That's how the saying referred back to it. And so you have to, I keep saying essentially, but essentially, manifest the correct energies. to yourself. And I know a lot of people don't believe in manifestation, and if you don't, that's alright. I respect that, I understand that. But it doesn't mean that you can still try this, right? It doesn't matter. If you try to be happy, you will be happier. If you try to be sad, you will be sad. It's as as simple as that. But what allows you to be happy is your own mind. You have to say to yourself, you know what? I have two options. I can be happy or I can be sad, right? Sounds too simple. And it is. It takes a long time to flip a switch and be happy. There will be times where you can't change it, or you think you can't change it, and you're just sort of sat there, stressed out. You don't think you think you're in a bubble, right? You think you're in a bubble. You're isolated. You're on your own, which is just as important as speaking to other people, right? This doesn't mean you have to vent to other people. This just means you have to speak to other people. You are essentially sharing. I keep saying essentially. Oh my god, you're talking to other people, right? If you're talking to the right people, which is why I said hang out with the people who make you happy, then you will naturally increase day to day how you feel. It doesn't matter if you're in thousands of pounds worth of debt. If you're with the right people, you will create the right mood, and health is wealth, which also means mental health is wealth, right? That happy wife, happy life. It's everywhere, right? There's tons of sayings for it. And by God, 1 second, guys. 75 subscribers back on the screen. I don't think you guys can see that, but by allowing yourself to talk to the right people, just day to day, and surround yourself with the correct people, allows your mood to be where it's supposed to be. And that could be whoever you want, right? If you enjoy hanging out with someone and they, make you feel better, and they make you a better person, then that is where you need to be. And that's not me saying stop hanging out with all your friends right now, find some new ones that make you happier. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying talk to the people and surround yourself with people that you love and care about, and that also feel the same way back about you. Girlfriends, boyfriends, husbands, wives, family, friends, anything, right? If that person makes you happier and they impact your life in a positive way, then that is more than enough reason to surround yourself with them day-to-day life, or however often you feel comfortable with. I have a few myself. My family. I love speaking to my family. I love my family, right? They're the one thing I can count on, and I can, rely on, right? But here's the same thing. I also have tons of friends that I can rely on, right? And that I can, surround myself, that I can surround myself with, that make me happy. But it doesn't mean that I only rely on my happiness with them. It's like storing up energy, right? You talk to these people, and as you're doing that, your energy is increasing, right? Think of it as like an energy bar, so it goes up and up and up and up and up. And the more times you hang out with these people, and the more you hang out with these people, it goes up and it goes up and it goes up and it increases. And so that's the same, essentially, concept that is happening with your energy. So, as I said, literally, it's an energy bar that goes up. And then you could take a week from seeing these people, right? But it allows your mind to say that you're going to be happy, and which gets you to the point where I was saying, where you can snap your fingers and you can feel happy. But you need to look at your problems in the eyes, right? And you need to say you're going to get over them. Whatever that is, you need to. That's the first step to solving anything. That is 50% of the problem right there. Looking at the problem and saying you're going to solve it. And then by doing that, you're opening up to so many different, opportunities and abilities of going through this stress and getting past it for yourself, which is essentially what mental health is: keeping yourself happy, keeping yourself, in the correct mindset. So if you guys are feeling, depressed, or you have suicidal thoughts, or you're doing self-harm or whatever that is, please be sure to contact me or a family member or whoever. Let people know. Please tell them. As I said, my Instagram, Samuel J. Collins. Feel free to DM me if you guys are feeling down, whenever, 24/7, right? I hope you guys did take something from this video. No matter how you're feeling, if you're feeling happy or sad, no matter what, I hope you did take something from it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Keep smiling, and I'll see you guys next one. See you guys then. Bye.